What's going on, and welcome to Black Kings Free Game. Today we are chilling out, cooling out, and we are here with Steve, the man with the plan, Steve McIntyre. Look, so Steve is a retired master sergeant, and he has a BA in sociology. Oh, I meant psychology. I said sociology. Excuse me on that.
He gave me extra rank.
Yeah, it's staff sergeant.
Oh, my bad. Staff sergeant. Staff sergeant.
Two extra ranks.
Staff sergeant.
Yeah.
Staff sergeant.
I'm about to ask you where my money is.
Look.
Yeah, you missed something right there.
Anyway.
Look, Steve, how long have you been in Liberty County?
I've been in Liberty County since 1999, like the Prince song. I was...
Okay.
Yeah.
In 1999. Okay.
Yes.
So, since you've been in Liberty County, what are some of the things that you've seen, the changes?
Oh, my God. I got here when this town had only one stoplight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was one stoplight right there at Checkers. Is it Checkers, right? One stoplight.
Dang, Eddie. Nah, man, you lying. We had more than one now. Don't do that. No,
buddy.
No, because McDonald's had always been there, and there was a stoplight right there where McDonald's and the intersection where the
okay, I missed one. It was.
Why are you hating, bro?
This place, I'm telling you, this place has grown over the 20 years. I got here when you could go to Savannah in 30 minutes downtown. River Street.
Yeah.
You can fly down, be zooming. Now it takes me 30 minutes just to get to 95. I mean,
yeah.
So
yeah.
It's developed a lot.
We got a lot more places to eat, though.
Yeah.
Look, so as far as changes, what changes have you seen?
Oh, now you're talking. What changes have I seen? I ain't seen many changes.
Okay.
I've seen. How can I say this? I don't want to be negative, Nancy.
Be you. Come on, let's go.
There've been some changes, but has it been changes for who? That's the question. Who has the changes been for? Right?
Okay.
I haven't seen things forward. I haven't seen things for the, like for instance, we got a bunch of kids here in Liberty County.
Uh-huh.
Give me one spot where they got something for teenagers to do. But I mean,
True.
Right? Why we ain't got no skating rink outside of the military post?
Oh man, we keep hearing that.
Right?
We keep hearing that.
Why?
Skating ring, entertainment.
Bowling. Why I gotta go on post to be checked?
Yeah, I got you.
Liberty County has enough resources to make this stuff happen on the outside. Everybody can't go on post. I got, military's here, but we got enough resources, enough money to make this thing happen and open up this, because God forbid, if you were here, what year is that when this place became a ghost town?
That was Desert Storm.
Oh,
Yeah, 92.
92.
Yeah.
Oh, woo,
Yes.
it was bad, brother.
Desert Storm. It was like nobody was here.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do we need to do to prevent something like that from happening?
Well, Steve, I don't believe that because we've had deployments, not like a big deployment like that, but even with the big deployment, we still, by now, we got enough people to sustain. Now, as far as getting entertainment and things here for the kids, I know that they say they're working on it, but you hear that a lot, right? So you see dedication in the neighborhood, and everybody, before we get started, Steve, how was your week?
Man, my week was awesome. I went to Kansas City for a family reunion. It was great. Man, they got the best barbecue. I'm sorry. I thought Georgia had it, but I thought Arkansas had it. Kansas City.
First of all, shut your mouth. Okay.
Hey.
You ain't had my barbecue yet.
Oh,
you
buddy.
ain't had my barbecue yet, brother.
But I had a barbecue rib that, man, the brother gave it to me, and I just instantly, I bit into it, and I slapped the out of him.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, look, I gave him 5 fingers.
Shouts out to Ms. Marsha, Ms. Crystal, and Ms. Kim McLaughlin. Thank you so much for watching. So you enjoyed the barbecue. Anything else that happened this week?
This week, oh man, you know, family reunions is all about who made the
Potato salad.
Potato salad. Yeah, you know, who made potato salad. We went through that, of course. We all had our T-shirts, you know, with our names on it, you know, walking around. It was a beautiful time. Anytime I get around friends and family and break bread like that, I'm overjoyed, you know.
That's what's up.
I'm overjoyed.
I had family reunion too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. We did ours at Carrie Hilliard's. It was more just like a one-day event. It was cool. It was cool. I wish we had more time because right at the end is when we started getting in the rhythm of things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And you can extend a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
As the more you have them.
Oh, we are. We about to get down with the get down. Somebody gonna be hot, including myself. I don't care no more. Hey, look, King Myers, how was your week, sir?
Well, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. Went back to work yesterday.
All right.
Buzzing now, man. Good week.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, like I said, I had my family reunion. That was a good time. Been working on a lot of things. These houses, everybody, look, don't y'all believe the hype out here in these streets. Get with me and let's get your house. Because if interest rates stay the same, the interest rates stay the same, right? But if they go up, think about that. The interest rate's going up. You can't refinance if you're already at 10% and then you could have got 7 now. You could have got 6.75 now. Don't believe the hype just because, houses are too high. Houses are supposed to gain equity, okay? So if you want your house, don't forget to give me a shout out. Come holler at me. Hit me in my private messaging. But on today, I want to discuss some things about the community, Steve. King Myers, I'm about to show you something, and I want you guys to just tell me what you see in these kids' faces. All right. Hey, engineer, bring that picture up for me.
You know what the first recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award? No, Martin Luther King, 1966.
I didn't know that. Margaret Sanger was not a friend to the community, as we say.
Planned Parenthood and the Negro Project. She called us human weeds. The communists in America were given instructions to turn the black community into a direct officer of the Soviet bloc. And they've done it. One-party rule, dictator worship, apostate religion, poverty, drug abuse, government dependency. It's a third world country in a first world country. The black community in these something like Haiti or worse. And it started out with Martin Luther King Jr., whose whole life was a Diddy party. Orgies and smoking and fighting and whipping up on women. Martin Luther King Jr. make a Diddy party look like a Catholic convent school.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the picture of, I believe, the Bradwell Band, and they're going to Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
All right. They're going to be a part of something up there in Washington, D.C., which is a terrific thing. Now, if you saw the articles in the paper, they were talking about Sheriff Bowman and a misappropriation of funds for $20,000. I don't know if have you guys seen that?
No.
Okay. So this is what, that picture was.
You know what the first recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award? No, Martin Luther King, 1966.
I didn't know that. Margaret Sanger was not a friend to the community, as we say.
Planned Parenthood and the Negro Project. She called us human weeds. The communists in America were given instructions.
But to see those kids' faces headed toward Washington, D.C., can you remember what it was like to be that age? You old, so now you
older than me.
but
Yeah, I remember that. I was in the choir, and it took funds to do certain things, and so to go represent your school, your state. That's an honor, man.
Right?
That's real. That's big.
Well, the reason that I'm talking about it is, man, this is the good stuff we have some people doing in our communities.
Yeah.
But even when people do good, you got negative people that want to try to tear it down. And I don't understand it, man.
Yeah.
I really don't understand it. Now, everybody can't be perfect. Y'all realize that, right?
Right.
Y'all know everybody's not perfect, right?
No, I'm perfect.
You are?
I'm so perfect. Watch, I'm afloat right now. I'm so perfect. I'll just play.
If you'd have floated, I was about to be out this podcast.
Right, we were gonna dip out.
Yeah, I got this podcast.
I'm out of here.
And then I'm like, bro, what did you put me in, The Exorcist? Like, nah, I ain't gonna don't add me to that no more.
But real talk.
Yeah.
The things that we do matter.
Yes.
But when we come in with negativity and then throwing things out there that could try to get people in trouble, we basically are embarrassing ourselves, especially when we know that the whole purpose was for good. Okay, everything can be excused, but come on, man.
Yeah.
We got to unite. We got to unite as a county and stand behind one another.
Very true.
Put the differences and everything behind you. Some people misinterpret love differently. Some people misinterpret help differently because sometimes people don't know they're being helped.
Yes.
Because everybody's got their own way of thinking, but I just think that was something that was like.
So they put him on blast because he gave $20,000 to send all those kids to Washington D.C.
Yes, and I believe some of the funds is used for. I think it went to the Board of Education. It didn't just go straight to the. They got to follow protocol.
Yeah.
So
that money was divided between some other stuff.
Yes,
also.
yes. I believe so.
They didn't give each kid like 2 G's. Here's 2 G's you pocket.
Oh no, man.
Okay.
That's the reason we saw them in a bus.
Right.
I know, right?
It was, my thing is this, right? I have two aspects to why people do what they do. One is because they didn't come up with the idea to do it. When jealousy is a very, very bad thing, but it's that green iron monster is so timid in everybody. Everybody has a form of jealousy in them. No ifs and buts about it. It's a part of life. It's part of our DNA.
So,
man, woman, child, Asian, don't matter what race. But I think that was the main key behind it. Don't know the whole situation behind it.
Yeah.
Don't know the underlining behind it. And the second thing is a lot of people don't want to do research. They automatically believe what they see.
Yes.
Because not knowing, I remember this conversation we had with Mr. Bowman, Sheriff Bowman, when he expressed to us that he didn't sign the check.
Yep, of course.
It had to be passed on. Some other people he says, this is what I'm going to use this for. You sign off on it.
Yes.
It's not like he can just write it and just say, hey, here you go, boom.
Yeah.
You have to get it approved through people. But because you didn't come up with the idea and it boomed, it made this person the Superman of the moment, the superhero of the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. So jealousy creeped in to say, hey, I gotta find a way to make not this moment so as big as it becoming.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is in life. People are like that. Is we look at things, and because we didn't come up with the idea, a lot of times we catch ourselves, dang, I should have came up with that idea.
Yeah.
Form of jealousy. But it's just an automatic thing.
But I don't want to say there's two types of jealousies. I'm going to say that there's a healthy piece and then there's an unhealthy piece, right?
Motivation is one. Yeah.
Motivation piece, jealousy. Look, man, I want to be like my man right here. I want to be like, I want to be like King Mosley over here doing this thing, rocking these houses, selling them, getting families in these houses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But instead of me, I'm hating on him and going, man, look at this dude. This little punk, blah, 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 blah dude over here doing this. He think he all this. Versus me saying, hey, man, yo, King Mosley, the Almighty, how can I get down? How can I be you? How can you get me onto this game instead of me hating?
Yes.
So the problem is there's two types. You got one that motivates and one that doesn't motivate. One that's full of hate. And if you're full of hate, you're wrong all the way around.
That's facts. And I think another part of it is sometimes when people come to people, right, that the hate is motivating and they ask them for help, there's a lot of people rejecting them too.
Oh, yeah, it's real. So both ways.
So some people can make a hater hate them for real.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's true. Yeah.
It's like, man, look, man, I came at you. You know what I'm saying? And then you still turned me away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a hurtful thing too. So I'm mindful of that because now I know how to say yes and no. If I feel like I can help you, I'm gonna say, yeah, man, you know, and give you a shot at doing whatever it is. But if I feel like you just playing, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, yeah, you ain't even do the first step yet. You feel me? So that's how you do it. You give them a shot. Hey, let me show you. Let me teach you. Okay, all right, now look, my time is precious. Now remember this. I'm exchanging this information and time for free to you, basically. I'm just showing you the ropes. You know, and some people think that it should just be given to them anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing in society. Like you said, we're all humans. Jealousy is a mug. We also got different types of emotions.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah, once we learn how to try to manage that, like a lot of people have with these large families.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so. I completely agree with you on that. I really do.
Yeah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Right.
Emotions will get you there.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. But I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that those kids enjoyed themselves to the fullest, and I was glad to see them get down. Go ahead.
Is that the thing they're gonna die? Is that the hill they're gonna die on? That's a lot of hills that.
You talking about
with the kids? No, I'm talking about with the kids.
Yeah.
And it's 20. I mean, is that really? There's money out here, people that we can really complain about being spent.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But you telling me sending some kids? There's certain mountaintops y'all not down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's facts.
This one, I'm sorry. I can't see no one come to me. How was Bowman spending money on these kids, sending them to Washington D.C. Oh my God, D.C. where they gonna what exactly they're doing? They're singing? Or
no, it's the band.
It's the band. Okay,
they're going to be in an event.
Be an event.
DC, yes.
In D.C.
Yes.
Where the president lie.
Yes.
Where they get this media and they can talk about where they come from when they say I'm from Liberty County.
Yes.
Georgia.
Yes.
Now we get put on the map.
Yes.
So I got a problem with y'all people. Is that the hill you went down? I can't, I can't freak with you.
Yeah,
you can take that how you like it.
I got you. And let's remind everybody, look, we're talking basically about this, and we don't know the complete structures behind what.
No, I don't.
So, but just the thought of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand it. Help us understand. Whoever's against it, feel free to reach out. If somebody on here right now was against, that even happening and feels like the kids should not have went to Washington, D.C., or feels like the sheriff shouldn't have done it, speak your mind, speak your piece. That's what we're here to do. It's not no hate towards it. Help us understand. Maybe we're missing something.
Yeah, we could be, because it may be something out there, information out there that we just don't know. But as of right now, if you're giving me the information you're giving me,
yes,
this is it. I'm sorry. Let the kids play.
It's easier to throw a rock and hide your hand than throw a rock and stand on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, real talk right there.
Yeah. It's really easy to throw a rock and then hide behind somebody.
King Myers.
And be like, who threw that rock?
I know.
Which
one gonna kick me?
Yeah, so as much as you can say, if you have a problem, come on. They're not gonna come on this as a capacity of this because of the fact that they cannot stand on throwing that rock.
Wow.
Because they're afraid of the backlash of throwing that rock. Because if you throw a rock at me, one or two things gonna happen. I'm gonna beat you, or I'm gonna throw that rock back at you.
But harder.
And then I'm still gonna beat you.
And his brother's gonna show up. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
Like, now, y'all, the younger generation.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on y'all. But back in my day, it was a little bit different. You still had the ones that you knew were fake. But your real ones, bro, we showed up on bikes, homie. we like, what's up? And then we didn't have cell phones. It had to be a phone call on the big phone.
At the house.
Yeah.
That means that if your mama saw you run up out the house, get your butt back here, and you ain't stopped. Oh, it's going down.
Yeah. Somebody that came to the house.
Yeah.
Hey, so-and-so is at the house. What?
Let's go. Mom, I'll be back.
Yeah.
The boys on the west side, they talking that mess. Them boys on the what? On the west side. Oh, man, get ready, man. Get on the front of the bike, man. Get on the handlebars.
Get on the handlebars. Get on the back pegs and ride
Come on.
out.
Yo.
Take turns because your legs get tired because you got that heavy person on the back.
Right? So, look, we just did things different, man.
Yeah, we rock different.
And when you stand on something, especially something like this, I get it. But when we're looking at the morality of things and looking at how the world is changing.
Yeah, for real talk.
Yeah, man. The world is changing.
Yeah, it's evolving. These kids nowadays are super smart.
Yes.
For instance, quick story. My goddaughter used to get on YouTube all the time. And I'm like, how is she knowing what to look up?
Yeah.
You know, it's by accident.
Yeah.
So one day I asked her, I said, yo, how are you? Because you can't spell. So, you know, you're about 5 and you on, first of all, you call YouTube use-tube. But how do you find what you're looking for? So she was like, yeah, you see this button right here? It's a microphone. So I talk into it and it pulls it up. And I was like, I didn't even know that. And I watch YouTube all the time. But I guess because I can spell, I never thought to say, hey, there's a mic right there. And I could just speak into it and it'll automatically spell it for me.
Yeah, Eddie, I didn't know that, though. You old as hell, man.
Hey, listen, first of all,
God, dog.
I don't really pay attention to it because I can spell.
Look,
I'm smart enough to spell.
I knew that one.
I don't want to.
You know?
I'm not
I don't want to.
the best, but yeah.
You know.
But you know, one man don't know everything.
No.
It's okay.
But it's just an example of what this world has come to. Because I know at 5, I didn't know how to work a cell phone.
Yeah.
Hell, I didn't get on cell phone until I was damn near a senior in high school. But I can see kids in elementary school right now have a whole cell phone, the newest edition than me.
With the plan.
With the plan.
Yeah.
And know how to work it. And tell you how to work it.
Exactly.
So it's like it's the technology generation that just evolved because it became a technology world because of the evolution of man in itself. So it's always gonna be different because I catch myself saying things to like nephew and stuff that my uncles and them said to me when I was growing up.
Yeah, you thought they were tripping.
Oh Lord!
Like,
so this is what they be talking about, huh? Naughty head boy running around here with a belt and his pants still to his ankles. That's not cool.
Nah.
You know, but it's just what it is. One of those things is what it is. But I embrace it because I know change is what makes the world go around.
It does.
It can never. You don't never want to be stagnant.
No.
You know, so I embrace it. Now this mumble rap and stuff, I can't get with that.
You don't like that?
Come on.
I can't get with it. My brain cells. It's worse than what's that Texas music? It was Screw, Chopped and Screw. I used to listen to that and think I lost a brain cell or two listening to that. Yeah, so
whoa, bro.
But I just know that's just what it is, and we say the same. Like I said, it's one of those things like, hey, that ain't the music I grew up on, but I remember the old heads when I was young saying that ain't the music I grew up on.
It was the same thing.
Yeah, it's just
different. Hey, we gotta give shouts out to Sierra Fuller, Rufus, Monique, Senor Barrett, Bianca, what's up? Jerry Mobley, Miss Lynn Bush, what's going on, you guys? Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. I need that like button, and y'all share. We about to get into some nitty gritty right now. Better ask a couple questions about the past. I want to see what everybody thinks. So you tuners out there, we're about to show you a video, right? And I want you to tell me how that makes you feel. All right? Watch this video in 3, 2, 1. Tell me how this makes you feel. Video's coming up here shortly if my engineer gets it together.
He was asleep.
Yeah, it looked like he was.
Big up engineer.
The man in the house rule was written to prevent welfare cheating, to make sure that aid to families with dependent children would go only to families headed by mothers. But the effect of the man in the house rule is to create for children an atmosphere of investigation and surveillance. And thus, the welfare system in its operation turns out to be a system to make life harder for children.
The welfare system helps the disintegration of the American family. It offers money to families if the fathers will leave them and stay away, in that sense undoing the very stability of the family and taking away one of the two parents that children, of course, need.
I hope you guys saw that. So, what they basically talking about here is the disintegration of black people. And they say that it was instituted through welfare. Now, Lyndon B. Johnson, that was the one that released it. We know for a fact that he was a staunch racist.
Yes.
Staunch racist, right?
Yes, he was.
And nobody ever said in the history books that he went to psychologists to get information on how to affect
the black race. Wow.
Now, he did that, and he set up a system to where if you were at the house, in order for your maybe even your wife to get a extra amount of money, you couldn't live there. You could not be in the house, folks. You couldn't be in the house. So how is it that nowadays we excuse so much of it? Why do we make up in this? Oh, well, that ain't the reason. We're arguing amongst each other about what? Did this not exist, Steve? Did this not exist, Eddie?
Oh, it exists. I mean, you can look at it now. The question is, let's think about it. How many black men are on welfare?
It's not a lot.
But how many single black fathers are there in this world?
I don't know.
It's
quite a few.
It's quite a few single black fathers.
It's quite a few. And I'm a product of that.
I'm on welfare.
Well, I'm not doing no more, but yeah.
I'm a product of being a single father.
Wow.
You know, because I was a single father at one time, and I couldn't get. They looked at me like, "Hey, you a man? You supposed to be able to work,
provide, yeah,
and work."
Got big shoulders,
right? Yeah. You know, they wouldn't always be. They were small at first. I met my wife and she blew me up.
He was skinny.
You know, I was probably like this pencil at one time. Now I look like this gold.
She see me with the glasses on.
Yeah, here we go with this.
No, for his context, his eyelids had down.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. It was kind of hard, you know. Even with my glasses, I still couldn't see you as wide as you was.
They got
shots fired.
So, you know, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I've been holding that one for a long time now. But no, on a serious note, though, think about it. There are single fathers out there.
Yes.
There are, but they will not allow them to be on child support. I mean, they will not allow them to have the support like that.
Yeah.
There are a few that probably do.
Yes.
And some of it might just be the simple fact of pride in the man. But I can almost guarantee there's a problem for a man to go and get assistance. I have a friend of mine who's in Alabama right now. He has custody of his 3 kids, and it took them a year and a half before he even got some kind of help because the mom wasn't around.
Oh wow!
Granted, she's a Caucasian woman, so he has mixed kids. So.
Double trouble.
It took him a year and a half before they gave him some kind of, and then they gave him all kinds of hell when he got it.
Got it, yeah. And
then as soon as he got a job that they said he has to have, they took it from him.
Oh wow.
So it's there to disrupt the unity of black families.
The structure.
Because most black children love structure. I've learned that.
They do.
They don't like chaos.
Yeah.
They don't, because when you have structure, kids know when their next meal coming.
Yep.
They know when they're gonna get food on their back. They got clothes on their head. They may not like the decisions that you make.
Yeah, they
or the thing, but guess what? At the end of the day, every person, we've all do that.
Yeah.
We grew up, didn't like what our parents said, but then when we got older, what we say?
Man, I'm
thank
glad.
you for that.
Yeah. Glad
Because
Grandpa
that's
had
what
me
it
out
is.
there with that hammer.
You know, and even me now, as a retired military person, when I have marketers that work for me, or people that work for me, they love the structure of the job.
Yeah.
They know what I expect. They know how to do it. They know, okay, this is my time. This is who he is. That's why in my life I don't have a gray area. I'm either black or white. I either like you or I don't. And you will know where you stand on both ends. If I don't like you, you're not gonna like me. Because I'm a very, very rude individual. My wife says that I'm an a-hole sometimes. But I just don't want you to mistake that we friends when we're really not.
Yeah.
You know?
He is, but there's no way they're gonna mistake you for white. So we're gonna leave that alone.
I'm dark.
Ain't
I'm
no
dark to be one.
Ain't no black and white,
White.
to that.
It's just black. Okay,
Just,
so
I'm gonna be black to you. That's all you need to say. So
I got you. Another shot. You got it. You turned it into, that's cool. I like how you turned that.
You left that wide open.
Yeah, I did.
Now with structure, Steve, we've even talked about how down here in Liberty County, right, there was like a meal, and at this meal, they used to pay people half in cash money, and then the other half of their check in Babbitt. Now, ask me what Babbitt is.
Okay, that you see that look when you said Babbitt? What was a Babbitt?
Babbitt, bro.
Babbitt.
Look, Babbitt is something that. Oh, okay. The Babbitt is something that they used to exchange at like a store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at the store, you would get like your eggs, your milk, your axe if you needed it, but it was the meals store.
Oh, okay.
So you're at the meal store spending your money, well, spending your Babbitt somewhere where you're not really making any real money because you only get like a quarter of your check in actual U.S. currency. Now, believe it or not, it really was supposed to be illegal for that. Yes.
What?
Yes. But this happened not only in Liberty County, but many other areas where they had factories. They would have like what do they call it, the general store.
I never heard of this.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a lot that we don't hear of because they don't put it in the history books.
Wow.
Like everybody's just finding out about Oscarville, finding out about Black Wall Street. They're just finding out about all these things of a lot of successes we've had.
Yes, very true.
That were destroyed.
Yes.
Because that was an actual success. But it was destroyed because they wanted to destroy it. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. Understand this. People today were not necessarily responsible for what happened back then, right?
Yeah.
But you put it at a point of, okay, well, if this didn't happen, what if we worked our own land? How much would we have profited it by now? How advanced would our children be? Because in all the movies that you see people traveling the world, but you don't see too many people like you and I that were traveling the world, especially coming up in movies. You'll see other families going, but you never just saw a black family going. It'd be to a amusement park or to a family reunion. You never see one just like, all right, guys, we're going to Paris.
Ain't no Black Home Alone.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, Macaulay Culkin was a jump back then, bro.
He was.
I'm not gonna
I love it.
Shouts out to Macaulay Culkin.
I got all of them.
I even got the Home Alone. I got the Legos. I got the Lego at Home Alone house.
I got all the movies.
Equivalent to the area which was Fort Stewart and home of the lot of Liberty County families. Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. She's saying, is this Janice? She said equivalent to the area which Fort Stewart and home to a lot of Liberty County families. That, yeah. the people were displaced off of Fort Stewart. It was a Smiley's family, I believe it was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, you all right, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't be trying to take off on the show now.
It ain't COVID. It ain't
okay,
COVID.
just make a show.
I see y'all. I start coughing. People get scared. There was cough before COVID, ladies and gentlemen.
Look.
It was around long before.
But
Anyway.
that area was taken away.
Yeah, I remember that.
And see, a lot of these things aren't covered anymore.
Yeah.
And they used it with the government, which was just said. A lot of land was taken by the government. So when you have a governmental authority, they just come in and say, nah, we need that. Go eminent domain, because we need it.
Yeah.
So you think about that displacement and how more advanced would our generations be if we had access to the things that we already had and it wasn't taken from us bit by bit?
See, King Moses, can I break this down for the people?
Yes.
You know, you're a man of knowledge, big words. I'm gonna break this down basic. How much more money has black people have had? Money, economics.
Yes.
Okay. I look at people of different cultures and races where it's like, they got this amount of money, whatever. That could have been us.
Yes.
Right? And not to pick on, I don't want to be like, what's the basketball guy that got in trouble for just saying something that was so simple.
Kyrie Irving.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, man, don't worry about that, man. They're not like us. But go ahead.
Well, anyway, for instance, our people would be the new Jew, if we wasn't freaked with.
Yes. I got
freaked
you.
with. Yes. I like that word.
Cool.
Yeah. So our generation is not what it's supposed to be due to being bothered, messed with, freaked with. I don't know too many governments that came into a culture, a race, and the government basically destroyed the race, like Wall Street. I don't know, unless you guys may know where they came in. The government, if we were all supposed to be one race, and all of a sudden, why is this one race is not that one race that you claim that we are all supposed to be Americans?
You know what they used to do to our women?
Ooh, educate me, my brother.
So what they used to do to our women, they used to do experiments because they said that black women could take, their pain tolerance was higher than anyone else.
I heard of that.
Experiments on our women.
So I watched
I heard of that.
I watch the History Channel a lot. And then I do a lot of research, and I forgot what the lady name was, but there was this woman that they took because of her posterior, her body shape. And they wanted to know why black women had
Voluptuous.
curviness to them.
Nice.
Yes. So what they did was they doing research on her, and they even when she passed away, they kept her body alive.
Oh yeah.
They keep doing research on her because she had a really big. The thing now that they call BBL, she had a natural one, and they really, and when she died, they still dissected her body trying to figure out
why.
Why? Went through her genetics and everything. It's crazy. I forgot what the lady name was, but I watched it on TV, and then I actually watched what got me interested in when I was watching the History Channel was they were doing during Black History, they were doing a sitcom about it, just like these are the things that you don't hear about.
Yes.
Wow.
Like a lot of people think that white men, slave owners were worse than the women. But the women were worse than the slave masters
at times. Yep. They were brutal.
They were brutal, bro.
They were brutal.
And that was one of the things they brought up. And I was like, we always looked at the woman as the victim.
Yeah, but she's just a master manipulator.
Yeah, she submits to the. But it was never like it was a woman in Louisiana, and she had slaves.
Free game. Listen up.
And what happened was one of the slaves they rather death than life, living like that. So they lit the place on fire. And when they came to put the fire out, no, she was getting ready to get investigated or some stuff like that because of, at that time, slavery was not supposed to be imminent. And she would take the men down there. She would make them have sex with her. She would cut their genitals off if they didn't listen. She would cut the tongues off. She would torture these men. She would torture black slaves.
Yes.
And they found out about it because a fire happened at her home. And they found the bodies of the slave people. She lit it on fire because she didn't want to be caught.
Yep, burned the whole house down.
Right there in Louisiana.
Yes.
So it's one of those things, and I tell people all the time, the thing I don't like, right, is when the generations now are like, hey, where's my acre and a mule? Mm-hmm. I don't ask for an acre and a mule. You know why? That wasn't owed to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't go through no slavery. Then nobody hit me with a whip because if a person hit me with a whip now, we got a problem.
Yes. It was owed to you, Eddie.
It was owed.
I'm gonna say it like.
Let me say this. When I say it's not owed to me, I cannot mentally say you owe me that. Mm-hmm. Now, I can say you owe my ancestors that who should have left that to me. Mm-hmm. I should have inherited.
Yes, there we go.
You see what I'm saying? But I can't say you owe me that. I say you owe my ancestors that to be able to have a chance to inherit it. But then we look at it as, oh, this and this and this. But who's the biggest, besides society, the next in line for who keeps black people down is who?
Us. Yes.
So we can't expect people, we can't expect them to support, to respect us
if we can't
respect ourselves.
You're dang right.
Look at the LGBT community. How much they're so feared that police officers won't mess with them. You know why?
Yes. I got another video for y'all if y'all want to watch that too.
They stick together.
Engineer, I'm about to send you a video. Well, I can discuss it first. What you're about to see is a video of a pride parade they had, I believe, in San Francisco. At this pride parade, there were people giving each other fellatio on the side of the road. Now, not only
I almost see that.
No, it's not in the video.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it yet in there, but
I don't want to see that either. Let's just talk about it.
No.
I really want to talk about it.
Me neither. Kind of uncomfortable.
But I
already started sweating.
I'm a professional.
I already started sweating over here. I was like, man, come on, man.
Scared, huh?
Look.
Head itching.
I need something stiffer than this.
It's different.
I mean,
there
wait,
we go. I got it.
Oh man.
Wrong time to use that.
So what?
Sorry.
I didn't think we was going to come to that. I was just using that example though. I didn't turn it to the subject.
I'm like, you about to throw this on the TV?
Yeah. And a disclaimer, I don't have any problem with the LGBT community.
That's not what this is about.
I'm just letting people know.
And
because I'm sitting here saying I'm uncomfortable and stuff like that.
I work in, so
if that's the life you live, that's the life you live.
Oh yeah.
But you live it on that side of the road, and I live my life on this side of the road.
But what was happening was you were allowed to be naked. Men were allowed to be naked with their privates out, and there was kids walking around. Yes. This is how far the morale has stretched. So
that's how much power they have.
I have a question to all communities. All right, because this isn't shade. I just want you to help me understand and help us understand this. Why is it important to show your genitalia and walk around with no clothes on? Why is the nudeness and lewd acts important? That's all I want to know. Like that does not make sense to me. I mean, does it make sense to any of you guys? Like, or am I tripping?
I don't know if you really kind of want to know the truth.
Of course.
But I think you do, because you're a real man.
Yes.
You're a king. So, and I'm pretty sure this is the angle they're going after. If you're talking about the men out there sword fighting,
Yes.
So why they feel they can do this, I'm going to assume because they're going to probably say, women been doing it. No one has said nothing about it.
All right. Well, women don't walk around with their private out. They might wear skimpy clothes, right? And they can conceal a lot because the only things that we consider is the areola and the other area down there, right? Now, when you're a man, well, some men it might not be a problem, but there's a protruding thing out there.
A sword.
Yeah, it's a sword.
Thundercat.
A thundercat.
Yeah.
And that can't be contained like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Girth and things,
Okay, yeah, we're getting a little bit off subject. So,
yeah, I was letting y'all have that
where
one.
he was going.
I don't know where you're going. I heard girth.
I didn't say
I'm
that.
just saying.
I decided in my mental capacity that I was going to stay out of that conversation and wait for this video to pop up.
All right. So, I think he's got it loaded up now, guys. We're going to take a look at this video. It's 2 minutes. And the guy, he's off TikTok. And remember, guys, we're watching this with you guys to get an opinion on exactly what's going on. Like, is this right? Should we be doing this? Is there a gray area that we need to put a stop to, or should we just let it ride?
Oh, yeah, we need.
Hey, go ahead, engineer. Pull that video up for us.
We need to stop some of this stuff.
Whatever you do not look up what happened in San Francisco this weekend. It was basically a purge-style event for the LGBT community in the Pride Festival. In that Pride Parade, you had some disgusting things, which I will just generalize. The first one was you have a guy lying down in like a kiddie pool, and he's being urinated on. And that's what he wanted. He wanted people to urinate on him. And it was recorded. I've seen the video. And then you also have, let's say, another person on the street giving a oral happy ending to another guy. While another guy watches and another elderly pedestrian stops to do a double take and look at what's going on. The most shocking part is presumably the laws that exist in San Francisco that make this type of behavior seemingly okay. Watch this.
You have a zone where people are giving each other blowjobs in public and pissing on each other in public. Is that legal? So
it's a Victor Battle Day, and they want us maintaining civility on the outskirts of it, and so that's
one of the other. So obviously there's a lot of nudity around here, men, women, transsexual stuff going on, and there's kids, wandering around the event. I'm not sure on San Francisco's laws or California's laws. Is it legal for nudity to be presented in front of kids?
Nudity is legal, yeah, within certain boundaries.
But then, what are the boundaries? Do you know?
Anything coupled with a lewd act or anything being done for sexual gratification.
That is just absolutely wild, and I'm going to say this in the most respectful way possible, but what happened? How did we get to the point where this is now okay and that the laws aren't enforced? Because I know if I'm a straight person and I'm in San Francisco in the same scenario, in a park in a street, and someone was performing, say, any of those acts, I would be immediately jailed and arrested. So why does this get to be a free get at a jail card purge style event where anything goes? This is so embarrassing for not only San Francisco, not only California, but America and even North America. Because as a Canadian, this type of stuff should just not be accepted by our society ever.
So guys, did you see that?
I'm just glad you didn't show nothing, but I got I got the premise.
I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It bothers me because back in the day, would that be okay, guys?
No.
Nah. You as a parent, you're not gonna let that happen.
As a parent,
you're not gonna let that be okay. Back then, none of that would have happened.
None of it
would have happened because we'd have had a riot.
So no.
But that goes back to me telling you how much power they have now because they stick together.
So are you telling me, everybody? Shoot. Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that because people stick together now, that now you can walk outside with no clothes on and no penalty? Now I get it.
The proof is in the pudding. Proof is right. It's right here in your face.
I got a problem with, people, doing stuff out. I got a problem if I got a heterosexual couple out in the middle of the road. I don't want my kids to see that.
See that, exactly.
So what's good for one should be good for all. Mm-hmm. Equality, right? So that's all we want. So how is one can do all these lewd acts and then the other one do it that you take them to jail, right?
Well, that was the question that was asked. Is how is that fair? Now, I will say this: and this goes out to everybody out there. This is how I feel. If you love somebody, you love somebody. I'm good with it. If that's not my cup of tea, that's fine. That's between you and God or whoever it is that you feel is higher than yourself, right? Now, when it comes to the public side of it, and it comes to the children, that's where I'm like, hey, hold on, man. Hold on. Because we have kids, man. And I get it. You love who you love. You want to be free to do what you do. I got to be free in my crib. Does that make sense? Yeah. I got to be free in my crib. And the dude said it was a pool. They had a kiddie pool. And it was people urinating on this guy in a kiddie pool. What kind of signal are we sending with that?
First of all, I don't like dripping pee on myself. So I don't understand the concept and logic behind that.
I mean, R. Kelly did it, right? Didn't he?
And where he at?
No, but hey, I'm
good
telling
point.
You, check this out. Why he locked up then?
Yeah, if he can pee on people,
Why he locked up? R. Kelly. Look, I will say this. Back in the days, I remember as a young man seeing the girls that I might have had a crush on hopping in the whip of somebody's car that I knew that I didn't go to school with.
Oh yeah.
You remember growing up? When we grew up, the girls all wanted the GIs.
It was a hurtful feeling.
They wanted the GIs in Hinesville.
They had the money.
I knew a lot of friends that I had who were dating GIs.
You get the
11th grade, 12th grade, dating these young soldiers that
soldiers, Yes.
Oh, I remember those days picking up.
Okay.
And they had the car and stuff like that. So
So now I do not agree with what Kelly was doing.
No.
I do not.
No, I don't agree.
If he really did it.
That was too much.
Peeing on people.
If he really did it.
If he really,
Well.
But still, where do we draw the line at now? All right, just like us. For the black culture, we're saying reparations. Now, if we push reparations to a point to where we just started tearing up things and being mad and throwing tantrums, right? Would we be considered thugs, or would they say, you know what? Let them do it. They've been held back so long, they deserve to continue to do this. Or would they lock the area down, pop smoke, and have the riot squad there?
They're going to lock this sucker down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Imagine a whole bunch of Mandingo men just walking down. That's right, we want reparations with no pants on.
Liberation.
Are they going to excuse that?
Man, you know they're not.
All right.
Why they got to be Mandingo, man?
Hey, bro, we got to look good. It's for us, man. Hush.
I'm not a Mandingo, man, bro.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, yeah, tell the world.
I'm just saying.
Between you and two.
Hey, bro. I do what I got to do. We got a baby here, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm working with
Thank
something.
y'all for watching. Justin, Janice, we see you. Miss Dorothy Lewis, Magic Mike Dobbins. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Look at them. We talking about that Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Interesting, Magic Mike.
I know. We just started talking about Mandingos and stuff.
Right.
This is a very interesting conversation here.
Yeah.
I'm very much sweating over here.
I know, right?
Don't be scared.
Oh, I'm definitely scared.
Don't be scared. But
I'm scared.
With the whole thing in San Francisco, do we feel like that's an avenue that should be shut down, or do you just say let it go and let people be people?
I look at it this, because we look at it from this side of the world.
What's going on, Reggie Stevens, Jamon?
We look at it from being from the South.
Yes, we do.
We don't I don't know how they were raised in California. I don't know the culture in California.
Okay.
I know the culture in the South. Yeah. I know in the South that wouldn't
Bible Belt.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
From blacks to the rednecks, they're not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, you.
They're not gonna let that happen. But
boy,
in California,
put that button back in your pants, boy.
Hey, Randy, does he have pants on? Are they peeing in the kiddie pool? Go get the shotgun.
Let the dogs loose.
Yeah.
Let the dogs loose. Go get Rufus. You know. So I just we look at it from. I try to look at it from both ends. Do I think it's right? No, regardless.
Okay.
But we sit here and we look at the dynamics because the West Coast is totally different from the East Coast.
Yes.
The South is totally different from the North.
Yes.
From the Midwest. Mm-hmm. Every area is different. Oklahoma or the other states that nobody really talks about. Mm-hmm. They have incest. Mm-hmm. It's there. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It's there. Because most Amish places are incest.
I don't know about that one.
What I'm saying is, okay.
I don't know.
So let's
got the research.
King Eddie is not the same views.
No, it's not that. I don't mean it like it's most of them. Let me rephrase. It's provident everywhere you go, right? So we can sit here and say here we don't understand it. Mm-hmm. But do you understand how it is to live in California?
No, I don't know about peeing.
We know it logically.
But logically, I believe that every parent's goal is to protect their children. Okay? So it doesn't matter if they're in California, up north. A parent is a parent. Once you bring a being into this world, right, that is yours, there's an instinct that goes off in you. Some of these cats, no instinct goes off because they were taught wrong or they weren't encouraged to do the right thing. Okay? Mm-hmm. But your instinct as a parent is to protect, correct? Mm-hmm. So when you open a kid's eyes to something like that and they see this, how do you think they portray a moment if they were approached by somebody that, and they're like, hey, come here, I'm cool. You shouldn't fear me. Is that something that you want your child to be comfortable with?
Well, that's why as parents, you raise your kid how you want to.
Okay.
You raise them to say, hey, because kids they don't automatically know hatred. Mm-hmm. They don't automatically know fear. They don't know, well, that white person's racist. They don't know that.
Yeah.
They just see a person. True. And there's a different color. Kids are taught fear. They're taught racism. Mm-hmm. They're taught all these different things that can be negative and positive. They're taught these things. So if you're teaching your kid to say, hey, what you see right there is not right.
Okay.
This is not how you'll be raised in this home. Mm-hmm. So that kid automatically understands that's not right. Mm-hmm. A man should not be peed on in a pool.
Yeah, but that image is in their head.
It's an image.
Traumatized already.
Yeah. That's the same thing as PTSD.
We say that, right? PTSD is a form of. A lot of times, it's something that, like you said, traumatically happened to you.
Yes.
But before it to turn into PTSD, a lot of times it has to happen more than once.
No.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Let me tell you where I'm going with it, so you understand. PTSD in war form, military. We're gonna talk about military because we have that in common.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. You've been in war, and you seen a friend get shot.
Okay.
Right. But you constantly know you're in a war area, so every day you're living like this could happen again to somebody else I know. So it's a constant thing in your mind because it's something that you're sitting in. If you get in a car accident and you get PTSD from a car accident, which you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the constant fear of a car accident can happen again.
I would be a kid that would have a constant fear of seeing.
Right, but that's why I said. But what I'm saying is, as parents, we're going to we're going to keep saying, hey, that's not right.
I got
That's
you.
not right. That's not right.
But it's happening.
That's not right. But it happens. There are some things that you've seen growing up.
Yes.
That traumatized you, but your parents was there to help you.
Yes.
Understand what you saw, what you're feeling, and what you're about to go through.
So since you're saying that, if we put ourselves in their position, okay, because as I was growing up, you had people that were LGBTQ.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of times, they would get bullied. Some would get bullied. Back in the day, they would get bullied. That wasn't fair.
No, it was not.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
At all.
Chased down.
Now I would stick up. Look, once again, because people always take things the wrong way. I have nothing wrong. I have nothing against the LGBTQ plus community. No. What I'm saying is, where do we draw the morality lines? Is it because I got a problem with women walking around half naked also? There
you go.
There's no more mystery. No more mystery to it. And
no, it's really not.
To our young men, when you see stuff that's so freely given, you start not to respect it anymore.
Very true.
You start not to. You're like, oh, it's just a woman. She won't because especially with our house systems being broken up. If they're learning from one parent, especially if it's a woman and it's a young man, sometimes those lines get skewed because the young man sees everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And if you bash men, they're going to see that too, and they're going to learn not to trust women because they're going to think, hey, this woman probably feels the same way my mother said about these men, and I'm not. And now we got a level of respect that's gone.
Yes.
And our queens are worth so much more, man.
Yes.
And they sold it to us because they said it was sexy and this would get you attention. Social media, attention.
Yep.
But where do we draw the line with this stuff? Well, when did sex become so free and open? When they had it so closed, when this AIDS thing was going around, right? And they're even releasing stories about, in Texas right now, there were like 20,000 cases of HIV, syphilis in 1 week. In 1 week, people went into clinics, and this was a thing that actually happened in Texas. Because sex right now is open. It's like, oh no, don't worry about it. You can be with as many people. Don't let nobody tell you what to do with your body. Your body is your body. It's no more. Your body is your temple.
I don't hear that no more. That's old.
Yeah, we don't hear it unless you. No. It's like, do what you want to do with your body, but be vegan. How can you just take everything in that's unclean? But do what you want to do. Like that dude right there, you don't know him, but you like him. He looks cute. Do it. Like, when do we get there, bro? Man. For real, King. When do we get there?
Once again, I think it starts with the family.
I got you.
The family dynamic. My wife is a very attractive woman.
Mine too. Don't be tripping. Mine.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna say your wife is a very attractive woman. I'm just messing with you, bro. But she's fully dressed and she still gets the attention because she demands that respect.
Yes.
She would get more respect than a woman who's dressed halfway naked.
Yes.
And it's going to the way it's so bad now in society that everybody's body is looking the same.
Lollipop.
It's looking the same to where it's not even appeasing anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like it starts with the family. I have a little girl. I got 3 of them. I have nieces. And even with niece, with niece, when she dressed and I see her, I'm like, hey, nah. Put some clothes on. Demand respect. that goes a whole farther long way than being liked.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be respected than liked. I'd rather them say, man, that lady, that mean, that woman, that mean something. Because guess what? Them the ones that get wifed and all that kind of stuff. Because my wife is mean.
Because they got standards.
My wife is mean as hell. That girl mean.
Yes.
I'm telling you, my wife is mean. But that's what attracted me to her, besides her walk.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that she
said besides that walk.
Yeah, that walk. But when me and her, she demanded it. When we first met, the first thing she said to me is we both gonna get tested.
Oh wow.
She demanded that respect.
Wow.
And guess what? If I wanted her, guess what I was gonna do?
Go get tested.
Go get tested. And that's what we did.
Yeah. Boy, you was shooting at the club from the first. Gotcha. Yeah. You know what it is.
Yeah,
Go
but
get ready.
it's all about a respect thing.
This paper,
you know?
It say clean.
And my thing is saying, my thing is, I respect everybody.
Yeah.
I give respect to even some people who don't even demand respect.
You're right.
I still give you respect because I demand respect. Fair. And if you don't give me respect, then we have a problem.
That's true.
One or two things are going to happen. I'm not going to fool with you. Or you going to respect me?
So how do we earn respect in today's society when we got so many great levels on what respect is to others? Because I understand that back in the day, people got bullied, right?
Right. I was one.
But when did slavery, right, be below bullying? Because it looks like the bullied people now can pretty much do whatever they want to do, and then the ones that were enslaved.
It's because we think slavery is what we see on TV. We think the whips, the chains.
Yeah.
So they socialize that with slavery. The human nature is, even with I learned in culinary is the first thing we eat with is our eyes. It can smell bad. When you eat it, it can taste bad, but you'll eat it just because it looks nice.
That is true. And people be like, oh, this is so good.
And then knowing it's nasty, but it looks good.
I be eating stuff.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So when we think about slavery,
Steve's sick.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But I eat it though.
So when
just saying,
Lord Jesus. Forgive us, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But go ahead, continue on.
Sorry. In his family, they ate everything.
Yeah. Pretty much cleaned his plate.
You're not getting off that table until you got even the sauce licked up.
Right. Shouts out to Victor Benson, Katie Harper,
but I think that's why.
And Joe.
When you say slavery below bullying, it's because when we think about slavery, we just think about the whips and chains. We think about Kunta Kinte and Toby. Yeah, that's what we think about. But it's not.
Society.
But they don't realize with the world evolving, all these things that are negative are evolving too. So we think bullying is and beating up, but guess what they did? They changed the narrative on what bullying is, saying look at cyberbullying. Look at all the different things. So they made it. They put a picture of what it is now. So that's why it's more prominent and more on the radar, because they evolved the picture of what bullying is,
and they didn't evolve the picture of what slavery is. He dropped some fire right there.
Well, one also is a bigger deal, meaning slavery. I'm gonna tell you why. I can acknowledge bullying, right? Because if I acknowledge bullying, I'm saying that this happens to all of us. If I acknowledge slavery, I'm saying this happened to a specific group of people.
Right.
So once you get to that, then if I say this happened to a specific group of people, then I'm losing some power. Then I have to say that who did this to these specific different people.
Right.
And if I say who did this is different people, and then we have to go in now, I have to admit and say that I did this, so I don't agree with this, but this is the narrative that they're using and saying why they don't want to make the change is because now, if I agree to this, then I'm saying that I'm gonna hurt my kids. My kids are gonna look at me differently. No, your kids are gonna know the truth. They're gonna know that these things that happen, they happen, right?
They actually happen.
It actually
It's not just a movie.
Yeah, no.
Right.
And so their kids are living in a lie. And so which one's worse? Living in a lie or telling the truth? Because once you tell the truth, then there's growth. And the only way we're going to grow in America if we tell the truth. But if we're not willing to tell the truth and put it all out there. Columbus didn't discover America. He didn't.
Yeah, he discovered people that was there.
So if we stop lying and saying, okay, this stuff did happen, and then we can grow and move forward.
I believe that is good because, especially what Eddie said. Eddie said they didn't improve the picture, basically. They didn't improve the imagery to our children of what really happened. It's like they're trying to dumb it down to let us forget about it. But we don't ever forget about 9/11.
No.
We never forget about little periods of time. We have Independence Day.
No.
We have all this, right? But when Juneteenth come up, now it's just now getting hype. But I didn't see the fireworks tents out there.
Nope.
I didn't hear the specials for Juneteenth.
Nope.
I didn't see the shows going down for Juneteenth. Now, it was a show that it really surprised me that they did on base. They had T.I. out there a day before Juneteenth.
Yeah. That was nice.
Now, if they did that on Juneteenth, to put Juneteenth on there, I would have been a happy camper. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I know that's kind of, you know, but still, man.
Yeah.
Like some of these days, and then you have people refuting. Like, nah, Juneteenth ain't really it. It's always us saying, nah, Juneteenth ain't the real holiday. It was, okay, get it. Let's take what we got, run with it, and then when we find out more information, expand on that. Expand on that. Like right now, they're trying to discredit Martin Luther King. They're trying to discredit Rosa Parks. They mad because Rosa Parks' husband had a car.
No way. What?
Listen. What if that man was at work?
Look, it don't even matter. Bro, there was a lady before Rosa Parks that tried to do a sit-in. Okay? And I want to get her information. If somebody can look it up and put it on the chat, if y'all don't mind, look it up. It was a lady that sat in on the busing before Rosa Parks did, so I get her name out because I got respect for that. Okay, but so Rosa Parks got on there, but she was the one that acted a donkey. That was the day that it was supposed to go down, and that's when it got the credibility. It's just like going viral. She went viral, but in real life.
Yeah.
It was like when she did it, that's when it hit. Now, yes, it said people believe in every conspiracy. Yeah, correct. You're right. She was an unwed pregnant woman. Yeah, you're right. That's it. The lady was on the bus. She was unwed and she was pregnant. Wait. I think that's the same lady. But anyway, she staged it. Rosa Parks got the credit, but now we're trying to tear her down. Rosa Parks wasn't the first one. Who gives it? What? Who cares? Who cares? Rosa Parks had her part.
Right.
And that was a movement. Martin Luther King had his part. That was a movement. Where's our movement now besides when there's somebody in the street that got unalived by a police officer? But when we get unalived by one another, we don't want to say nothing. We want to act like it didn't happen, or snitches get stitches, or nah, don't say nothing about it, or you know that was lump them, and that other Negro get on my nerves anyway. I'm glad. Look, man, we got to stop that, period.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, there's more white on white crime than it is black on black crime. Oh yeah, y'all can look them statistics up.
That's real talk.
It is more white on white crime than it is black on black crime. Look at this. It's hyper visualized on us because we're supposed to be the dangerous ones. You can't get me to make me understand why is it that they're so hyper focused in on what we got going on that's bad, and it's not focused in on as a mass of everybody.
I never heard on TV white on white crime. Two white men were fighting each other. They were both just drunk as Cooter Brown.
Yeah.
You should have saw them on the ground.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Never seen.
But I've heard black on black crime is at a high. And they're just, and I'm gonna show you. Here it is.
Yes.
Never seen it. It's not fair, like you said. This social media thing, man, is twisted, and it's not being equally distributed.
No, it's not. Because
it really is not.
What makes good TV? Your entertainers.
Ooh, yes.
We make good TV, King Myers.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. When we're talking about the whole black on black crime, right? And the white crime.
With the black jobs.
Right. So when we hear murder capital, right? And you talk about these murder capitals, why is it that the black people are the stars of that? Like there's no white people a part of it. Caucasians are. Why are they not part of the whole makeup of why that area is called murder capital? Why is that place? Because I've seen some names on there, and I'm like, I've never even heard of this place or this place.
Yeah.
But the African American society is put on because we acknowledge, that's where we from, but it just comes with the time and the way these young people are thinking nowadays. Back in the day we'll fight. Mm-hmm. You get beat up, you take your lump, you gonna get talked about, you already know it.
Yep.
Nowadays you talk about fighting, you might as well shoot. They're gonna shoot you.
And it's like we take pride on it because we feel like the danger aspect is giving us a plus. Like, I'm from old block, and don't nobody come around here. We be lighting them up. You know what I'm saying? We the most dangerous part. Don't come around here. We don't play. Think about that. What type of thinking is that?
And the thing is, they say, oh, this is my block, but they don't own nothing. They don't own a pebble on that block because the people who really own that come through there, they can tear your whole block apart
and tell you to get up out of there.
And tell you to get up out of there. Ain't nothing you can do. What you can do? Transfer to another place and say, oh, this is my block. You don't own no land on that block.
It's crazy
at all. You ain't built a house.
There's another video for you to pull up.
They didn't build anything, but yet they're claiming this is my
block, this is my territory.
It's crazy.
We gotta wake up, man. And it's crazy that we take that and then we try to section it off and act like, okay, well, you on this block, so now you my op.
That's what?
Instead of coming together and just saying, hey, let's build this block up.
Generational wars. Gangs did not start. Listen to me. Gangs did not start to corrupt the people. When they started these gangs, what they call, which is associations and clubs, it was there to invigorate the community. It was there to give kids free lunches. That's Black Panthers. That's where your free lunch came from.
Yeah.
The free lunch program came from the Black Panthers trying to feed the community.
And don't even realize who is the real biggest gang and dangerous gang in the United States.
Man, look, you don't want to get into that. You don't get
think about everything. You got the hierarchy. Yes. You gotta do a certain signal to them.
Yeah.
We all wear the same clothes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gotta listen.
I was in it.
Yeah, me too. But we're gonna leave that alone though.
Yeah.
Look, but gangs at one point were to protect the community from injustices. Then it became, we can make money doing this because, believe it or not, why did the government release that? Hey, we release crack in your communities. It's called the Contra. Look it up, guys. That's been released as a government document of them introducing crack into the black community. Yeah.
Wow, you just educated me.
Yeah, Contra. Look it up. Yeah,
I played that on the video game.
Me too.
Yes.
Nintendo.
So I'm gonna show you how excited they are. We are as a people about violence. Hey, engineer, go ahead and play that video for me.
Wow.
I had to correct myself.
3 videos one time.
You got
You stay pump faking.
Nah, I don't even know what that is. I ain't doing no welling, man.
Why do they call it welling? What the hell does a well have to do with lying?
That's why it's welling, not well.
Doesn't make any sense.
Why that main truck?
Well, you know, T for testosterone, R for reverse, U for undertaker, C for cat, and K for knife.
I just popped me a perk, man. I heard serving junkies in the hood looking like Joe Dirt. Ain't fired his gun in the mother Sundays. Why the fuck they calling them gunplay?
All right, get us a shot.
Oh, shit. Is it going to get that much closer than that? Hey, J-Mo, want a drink?
Drink Dom, man. I'm a Dom, man. Once again, like the intercom, going to
There we go. So as everybody just saw, look, that's them having fun on the block, and there's a kid that's obviously not from there, and he's safe as all outdoors.
I know.
All outdoors, drinking, everything, with them taking shots, because he wants them to tell him about their experience on the block. But he's safe though.
Well, they know not to touch him.
Oh, what you mean? Why? He a person, Steve.
Rules ain't no person though.
Rules are a little different.
Why is the rules different? What do you
Laws
mean?
a little different.
So, he gets respect when he comes to the hood. Automatic. It's like, yeah, if he was black, we could just shoot him and it wouldn't be a problem. But since he white, we don't want them to bring that heat down here on us, man. They're gonna cause too much heat in the hood.
Hey.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Hey, go down there downtown Savannah, mess with one of them SCAD students. You see what happened to you. Then go around the corner and mess with one of them brothers.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Murder was the case.
Hey, y'all, we gotta wake up. So I know we discussed a lot. We about to end it up here, but hey, everybody, we got to come together in a sensible way. But right now, we're gonna hear from Star Star Steve McIntyre. Is there anything you want to tell the people out there? Just leave them with a quote or a story that you feel that can help them. Free game.
I'm gonna leave you with this. I didn't say it's not my quote, but I love it. It's a quote for everybody. Everybody wants things to change. So by Gundy says, "Be the change you want to see in the world." So if you see a problem, let's make some changes. If you see something that needs to be done, let's just, because I'm sorry, waiting for another Martin Luther King to pop up. We all are Martin Luther King, right? I don't need to wait for no Martin Luther King to pop up. We don't need to wait for a Malcolm X. We are the power. Each and every one of us is powerful. So let's not wait on the king. You be the king and the queen. That's all I got to say.
Wow. King Myers, you want to tell the people, my brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to my wife for this quote. She gave me the inspiration. I told her to send me a subject to talk about.
Yeah.
Anything, and I made a quote on it. So she sent me basketball. So let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about life and how basketball and life are together. A basketball team drafts its team. They make it the best way to make it to the championship, right?
That's correct.
That's the ultimate goal, is make it to the championship.
Yeah.
So in life, you need to draft your team. Draft your community. Be that point guard, because the point guard is what controls the whole team, right? The team fails because the point guard does not do the right thing. The team fails. If the point guard does what he's supposed to do and puts everybody in the right position, that's the thing. People, we have to understand where our position is in some people's teams. Everybody can't be the point guard. Sometimes you got to be the center.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be the shooting guard, because the point guard can't shoot at the time. He needs to be able to pass to the shooting. The point guard can't shoot at the time, so the shooting guard has to be ready to always be ready to shoot, because the point guard's in trouble.
Yeah.
But he has to have his back.
Yeah.
That's the key. Loyalty and being able to have your team's back. So that's what I have to say today.
Wow. That's deep.
Loyalty over love.
Yeah, hey, loyalty's a mug. And with that, even this, what I'm doing now, it take loyalty, my bro here. You feel what I'm saying? It take loyalty to continue to do something, and you feel like you're giving out the information, but you don't never know who's listening.
True.
So to stick with it, it takes a lot of courage. So I appreciate all my brothers. King Boston wasn't able to make it today. He be making rounds.
Yeah.
But to all the kings, I appreciate them when they show up.
Yeah.
And when you trying to be a point guard on the team that you want, and you got people to step in, your center, your shooting guard, everybody steps in on the main goal that you're going with, but you got to step in with them too when they need you. And see, that's what's supposed to be reciprocated. That's how you win a championship. Yeah. Knowing that, hey, my bro might be doing something, right? He might be selling gutters, all right? Now, I could be a marketing genius, right? And I'm like, hey, man, we can sell these gutters like that. That's me playing my position. Now, I can't play his position because he know ultimately more about gutters than I do. But what I can do is I can help get his message across. Then the other team member might be able to, hey, you know, I can do these flyers. Or look, let me call this person because I know this person needs gutters. Everybody has a position. We just got to accept us playing on the same team. And that's with everything. Wow. So, to all the kings and queens out there, I want to tell y'all much love. I appreciate y'all watching. And really think about where we're headed with our morality. There's no shots being taken. It's just logically, are we really making good choices with our morality? Yeah. And what we deem to be safe for our generations to come. Because no matter who you love, we gotta respect each other. We gotta respect each other. Yeah. All right? And that's on both sides. You gotta respect who someone loves, but you gotta also respect the people that respect your love and you disrespect them by doing something. It's give and go on this, y'all. All right? So love everyone out there. It's your boy King Conda, the People's Champ, Black Kings, King Myers, and Steve McIntyre. Still Sawden, and we're out of here. Peace.